Alrighty, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. And today we're going to be doing the showcase on D. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, chat. She has to have one of the coolest designs in the game. I think the hoodie is actually her look is actually pretty cool with the hat, like the axe or whatever. Like she does have, you could still see a lot of jiggle back there, even though she got a coat. I'm not gonna lie. It's like kind of like a dress type thing, it's like silky, like Helms, you know what I mean? So it doesn't bother me, actually. But she is a very, very unique character. So I can actually get her one piece of overload gear, which I do plan on doing. Because I think this is a character I actually will use. So she's attraction 1, obviously, no stars. T9 gear here. Her skills are level 5 because she's a character I do plan on using. And then for her cube, I ended up giving her Wingman just for more ammo capacity since she's a SMG. So let's talk about this character because she's very, very good. She's an Elysion, probably the best Elysion DPS in the game. Now, why she's so good, especially against bosses, is because of her second skill. I mean, all her skills are pretty nice, so let's talk about it. When entering a full burst, affects self, right? Damage as strong element is increased by 36.26% for 15 seconds, and then recovers 2.72% of attack damage as HP, lasts for 15 seconds, and this is all level 5 skills. And the first time this skill is activated, you actually have it increase 12.75% of attack damage as HP healing for 15 seconds. So basically the 2.72% plus the 12.75% the first time this skill is activated. Pretty good. The second part of this skill, or the second skill, my bad, activates when a target appears. So that's either a mini boss or a boss. Affects all allies. Charges the burst gauge by 84%. Activates one time per battle. Immune to stun for 27 seconds. 27.22 seconds. And then also when the target appears, you increase strong element damage by 65.31%. that lasts for 15 seconds. So basically, if a wing-coated, because she's a wing-coated enemy, right? So if an iron type boss pulls up on the screen, she's going to have her damage to that iron type boss or mini boss increased by 100% at level 5 skills. Not to mention her burst skill. So her burst skill is an AoE. It's a 40-second cooldown. It's an AoE. But affects all attacker allies. When attacking a certain part of an enemy, damage dealt to that part is increased by 28.11% for 15 seconds. And then when you are in the immunity effect, right, the immune to stun effect, your burst skill time is actually increased by an extra 5 seconds. So your full burst is increased by an extra 5 seconds. The reason why this is so good is because apparently it stacks with Modernia's. So with Modernia, if I was to use Modernia's ultimate first, basically, I believe how it works is, wait. No, because Modernia's, isn't Modernia's a burst skill, not a passive? Let me double check. I believe Modernia's is a burst skill, not a passive. Yeah, so no, I don't know if it would work. I don't think it would work because you would have to use both burst 2 or burst 3 skills. But she's a very, very good character. We're gonna take her into a boss actually, since I can fight a boss. I wish Union Ray was out because I already did my train, but I'm in campaign 1931, so we can actually take her against a boss and see how well she does. Right? I don't know if we're gonna beat it. But we can always take her to fight this boss right here, right? So this is the final boss. As of right now, I cannot beat it, but let's see. It's a okay, so it's a fire type boss, okay? Let's build a team around her. So we can take this team, and we're gonna build a team around her real quick. All right, so I'm bringing this team with Polly and Litter because we're gonna get more of an attack buff on top of the damage dealt from her on, it's just crazy. The massive, we're going to be doing a lot of damage, right? And we're going to be able to see her burst skill too, because I haven't seen it in the game yet because she just dropped. I've seen it already, but I haven't seen it in game, obviously. So very, very good character. I would say wait to see if you want to summon for her until, we get the, what's it called? Until we get the, oh, let me lower this. Until we get the, so we're already at our burst skill, and look, her burst skill is so cool, bro. Her burst skill is so cool. But yeah, as you see, we're already in our burst skill, right? We're already in our burst skill. And you guys can kind of see, let me like use her, right? She's healing. She's an SMG, so her healing is not going to be all that crazy, honestly, in my opinion. Like, let's redo that, but let me change formations. So I'm going to use Modernia first, right? Because again, since Modernia is a character who also gets the 5 seconds increase, we won't be actually getting her burst skill, but Modernia will have her burst skill, which is like unlimited shots basically. So we won't get the attack buff. But we're not even getting strong element because we're not fighting an iron type boss, which is unfortunate. We have to wait for the Modernia boss or Gravedigger, which comes out today. So I'll be able to have that video for you guys hopefully later on today. But the fact that we can get our burst skill so fast with this character is a bit outrageous, right? Like I said, she's an SMG, so she's not healing all that much, even though I know she's supposed to be healing like crazy. She's not really healing all that much in my opinion. But let me see. She's not really doing that much damage too, because again, like I said, not strong and iron type enemies. When you're fighting iron type bosses, that's really when she's going to be going crazy, right? So let me see if I can find me like even just the iron type boss or something, right? All right, so we're gonna take her into the shooting range because I can't find the iron type boss to save my life. So let's just, I guess we can actually just keep a team like this, right? We can keep a team like this. Let me see if like it shows anything about. Okay, I guess not. It's fine. So we're gonna take her here, right? I can't really showcase her full kit now because I'm not fighting an iron type boss, or an iron type enemy, or target, I should say, not boss. I don't know what enemies these guys are, but it's on auto, right? Are these enemy? Okay, wait. Okay, so she seems to be doing. Can I see exactly what type of enemies I'm fighting right now? How do I see that? Let me see what enemies I'm fighting right now. Okay, so I can't really see, honestly. But yeah, Gravedigger drops later on today anyway, so I'll definitely just test her there, right? That video will either come out later today or tomorrow. But very, very, very nice character to have. I think she's even just going to be great around bosses in general, right? Being able, you see though, when the target comes out, we instantly have our burst skill, right? The boss or the target, when they come out, we instantly have our burst skill. Not to mention, because of her second skill, we have our full burst increased by an extra 5 seconds, right? So it's actually pretty good. It's actually a very, very nice ability right here, right? Seems to be. So obviously damage is not going to be there right now. But with her ultimate as well, we do get the damage dealt. I want to say she really just shines against bosses. I don't know if you're really going to use her for mobs, for regular clears. But again, for like actual bosses, she's really going to shine. For like these mobs, she's not really going to perform at all. Even if this thing, like, what's the damage looking like? She did 4 million. Modernia. Obviously, I'm not expecting her to do more than Modernia, but... Wait, how much did she do there? Okay, not much. For AoE, she didn't do much. Yeah, I wish. Okay, so it's kind of. I just wish we could test it out really with iron type enemies. But overall, she's a very good unit. As you guys already seen, what were we able to showcase? We were able to showcase how fast you can get her burst skill. Literally, at level 5 skills, the moment the boss appears, you have your full burst. All right, and that's going to be very good. I did my train already, so I can't show you against train. But against train, that's going to be very good because you're going to start off the train. If you go into the train, if you go into Modernia, if you go into any boss, you're going to start off with your full burst. So you can get rid of the core. You can get rid of the missiles from the train. You can get rid of whatever you need to get rid of. The missiles probably quickly from Chatterbox. Like, she's going to be good against a lot of the bosses. So she's going to be like a nice overall pickup to have on your account, I think, right? Let's take a look, obviously, at her skills at level 10. Right on the Nikkepedia here. So as you guys can see, the percentages are a bit higher. 46.93% for the damage as strong element. The burst gauge charges burst gauge by 98%. That's basically that's 100%. Basically, it's free if you round up. And then damage as strong element, 91% increase when the target appears. And this effect happens every time a target appears. So let's say a mini boss drops and then a boss drops, right? That will refresh. right? That will refresh. This is not like a one-time effect here. The only thing that's a one-time effect is the first skill, but that makes sense. If that happened every time a target appeared, that would be a bit too broken, right? And then also the damage dealt to a certain enemy part, and then obviously the full burst gauge. She's a very nice character. Should you summon for her? She's a good character to summon for, but I would definitely say, definitely say to wait until to see who the half Annie character is, and then decide if you want to summon for her or not. I think the half anniversary character is going to be someone you want to summon for regardless, but definitely wait to see who the half Annie is before deciding to summon on this character. So this is going to be D, a very nice looking character, like I said. Probably one of my favorite designs in the game, just off the, like, it's like a what's her name? Red Riding Hood, but like black version. She's very hot too. The red eyes with the short black hair. I think she has short black hair. It's a great, very nice combination. So it's going to be your boy Zxous. You guys let me know what you think. We're going to have actual fully testing with her when we get the other bosses, but for now, that's it. It's your boy Zxous. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe and like.